In the stories of fall, we see humanity and all of creation being corrupted and destroyed because of sin. Through the stories of promise, we see that God is not distant or uninvolved, but He has a desire and a plan to save humanity from sin, shame, fear, and even death, and to restore them to Himself. God calls one man named Abraham to leave everything and to follow Him. Abraham obeyed, and God blessed him. Then God made a promise to him that He will make him into a great nation, give his descendants land, and that all the nations of the earth will be blessed through his descendant. God made a covenant rooted in His promise, not human merit. Now Abraham and his wife Sarah had no children, but God made a promise that Sarah will bear a son. But she grew impatient that they did not have children. So she gave her female servant to Abraham, and she gave birth to a son, and they named him Ishmael. But God fulfilled His promise, and Abraham and Sarah themselves had a son, whom they named Isaac. In Genesis 22, we are told this true story. After some time, God tested Abraham and said, "Abraham, Abraham." And Abraham responded, "Here I am." Then God said to him, "Take your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love, and go to the region of Moriah. Sacrifice him there as a burnt offering on the mountain that I will show you." The next day, early in the morning, Abraham got up and loaded his donkey. He took with him 2 of his servants and his son Isaac. When he had cut enough wood for the burnt offering, they set off for the place that God had told him about. After 3 days, Abraham looked up and saw the place in the distance. Then he said to his servants, "Stay here with the donkey while Isaac and I go over there. We will worship and come back to you." Then Abraham took the wood for the burnt offering and placed it on his son Isaac, and he himself carried the fire and the knife for the burnt offering. As they went on together, Isaac spoke up and said, "Father, we have the fire and the wood for the burnt offering, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering?" Abraham answered, "My son, God Himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offering." So they went on together. When they reached the place God had told him about, Abraham built an altar and laid the wood on it. Then he tied his son Isaac and laid him on the altar on top of the wood. Then he reached out his hand and took the knife to kill his son. But the angel of the Lord called out from heaven and said, "Abraham, Abraham." Abraham replied, "Here I am." The angel said, "Do not lay a hand on the boy, do not do anything to him. For now I know that you fear God, because you have not withheld from me your son, your only son." Then Abraham looked up, and in a bush he saw a ram caught by its horns. He went over there, took the ram, and sacrificed it as a burnt offering instead of his son Isaac. Then he called the place, "The Lord will provide." And even to this day it is said, "On the mountain of the Lord it will be provided." Then the angel of the Lord called out to Abraham from heaven a second time and said, "I swear by myself, declares the Lord, because you have done this and not withheld your son, your only son, I will surely bless you and make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky and sand on the seashore. Your descendants will take possession of the cities of their enemies, and through your descendant, all the nations of the earth will be blessed, because you have obeyed me." Then Abraham returned to his servants, and they set off for Beersheba, and Abraham stayed in Beersheba. May the Lord honor the telling of his word.